Good morning. Welcome to my home and welcome to my heart. There might be a lot of puppy noises in the background because it's cleaning and feeding time, but that's okay. Today is Friday. Today is, and there are 5 healing elements in the five element theory, which all connects to the earth, the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. We're on the water element today, which has to do with our kidneys and our elimination systems, and it has to do with the color blue. I do like wearing blue. The only colors I don't like to wear usually are yellow and white, basically. But, yes, puppies. So I'm going to try not to be distracted here. So it's the color blue. The 5th healing movement is the movement together is prayer and gratitude. And I have so much to be grateful for. Sometimes life is like those waves, back and forth and back and forth, up and down, and sometimes we're in the trough and sometimes we're in the crest, and sometimes we're in the trough and sometimes we're in the crest. Oh, little puppies, you have food, you have water, but another puppy just walked by them, so they have to talk. My phone just had a call come through that I had to ignore, and puppies are barking. So what happens, and how do we handle ourselves? How do we ground ourselves? How do we balance ourselves to move through these different chaotic things? Well, we bounce, just like kids. You bounce through Tigger. Bounce, 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 bounce your way through life. Bouncing is releasing. Hear that little voice? That's Bailey. She sings. She tells you exactly what she's thinking. And what a metaphor. Tell us exactly, understand and feel into exactly how you're feeling. It doesn't mean you're going to stay there. It doesn't mean you're going to get caught there and overwhelmed and sucked down a drain. But when we understand exactly what we're feeling and feel those feelings, then they move and balance. When we don't understand them, or we get stuck with them, or we're afraid of them, sometimes it feels dangerous to feel. When we're afraid of our feelings, that's when they get stuck. So when we can receive them and go, oh, right now I'm feeling, so she's telling us very clearly that she's feeling sad because a big puppy walked by and her mommy's not with her anymore and she's just with her brothers and sisters. And she's telling us that she's sad about that. But that little call, she can give us that call too when we're singing. She likes to sing along with us. So as we express ourselves, just like a child, this bouncing is childlike behavior. Kids bounce. And when they bounce and they move their bodies, so much of what is being called ADHD these days is people needing to move. His body's needing to be moved, and perhaps, and I have a family and a house full of ADHD, so I can speak from experience here. Perhaps it's also some space where we're sticking people and things into boxes that they no longer wish to fit into. And so when we can work with each other and understand each other and work well with each other and feel into each other and feel into ourselves especially, then those energy blockages that create the disease become balanced and become fluid. So let's just bounce and feel. The other mother has just been brought back in from her potty stop. She'd like to be out for a bit, Maria. So go get her some. Okay, she didn't eat that. Let's allow this to bounce. Allow our hands to float up. Give her some fresh stuff, please. Allowing our hands to float up over our heads. And in the releasing space here, we simply release and blow and let go. Allow what is to be. I'll say that again. Allow what is to be. And receive it in love and gratitude for the information. And when we can receive even the contracting feelings, the ones that put us into tightness, even when we can feel those in love and gratitude, because they have messages. that are important for our whole being. So as we lift our hands and we bounce, allowing our shoulders to slide down and drop back and our elbows to be soft, and allowing our hands now to float down. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And the affirmation that we can say to ourselves as we do this is, all of my channels are open, open, open. All of my energy moves freely and safely. All of my channels are open, open, open. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to tap. Allow your body to just come to a quiet stillness right now. We're going to tap on some meridians. This meridian right between the eyebrows right here, where the eyebrows, each eyebrow starts, this is our bladder meridian. And this works with the kidney system and water to allow it to move. We know that water that gets blocked becomes stagnant. Unless it's got something to move through, it's got to have a feed in and a release out. And if it becomes blocked, it gets stagnant. And that's what happens in our bodies when the energy gets blocked. It gets stagnated. And so we want it to flow. So as we tap on the points between our eyebrows, or right where the eyebrows start, we're just inviting the bladder energy and the kidney energy and that system to open up and flow. And as we tap under the eyes, this is our stomach system. The stomach and the spleen that's connected to the earth. And again, here, we can often hold anxiety here. In the water systems, we hold fear. In the stomach systems, we hold anxiety. And as we tap on these places, we can just open up those blockages and allow it to move. Now, when it moves, you might start feeling increased energies in that regard. Don't be afraid of that. Go, oh, great, it's moving. And sometimes when something opens up, it just moves a little bit quicker. And so symptoms, body symptoms, emotional symptoms might come up a little bit more. Just stay with it and receive it. Don't stay with it and say, oh, I got to tap faster so this will go away real fast. That is the inclination, but that's a fear-based response. And here we are at the kidneys. Tap, and when it comes up and increases, perhaps, if you wish to use the tapping, just receive it and go, oh, here comes that big wave. Tap and release, and maybe go back to the bouncing. And just ride that wave through. Just ride that wave through. Receive it and say, thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for releasing. Thank you for expressing yourself. I receive your expression. We have been socialized so much to only have good feelings, nice feelings, positive feelings, and not want negative feelings. I'm going to invite you, Master Lin used the term, feelings that contract us and feelings that expand us. And there's a reason for each feeling at any time. And so we want to feel, and we want to be capable of feeling all of what we feel, all of it. We want that capability. We don't want to shut it off and say, this feeling is not allowed. This feeling is not allowed. They're all allowed. They're all welcomed because they all carry information, and it's all important. And as we use the information and act on the information, the feeling itself can flow through. It doesn't mean that it goes away. It flows through, and then the possibility that feeling is held there again, and it might come again, and it might go again. Holly, Holly. I know you want to change the way things are in there, sweetie. But you'll push stuff over top of your babies and squish them. Dogs like to dig and root, and if they were out in the wild, they would just use grass and leaves and tree and dirt or whatever it is, and the puppies would move out from underneath it, but she's got cloth things in there. And so if she folds them up on over top of the puppies, then they can't get out of it. So as we bounce again and just release any extra energy that's ready to be released now. We've received the messages, we've thanked our body for the messages, and we release it back into the universe. And it all goes back to the universe to be recycled back into those energies that expand. It's all just energy. We decide what it's going to mean. That's our decision. It's all just energy. So we're back in the bouncing. Now we're going to come to a quiet stillness. And allow our bodies just to feel that expansion. Because we've bounced, I don't know about you, but as you feel my hands and see my hands moving away, I'm not doing that myself. They're just kind of floating. They are expanding. My torso is expanding. My hands are expanding. And I can feel energy in my palms, and I can feel energy in my fingertips. It's a tingling, it's a bit of a pressure in my palms, like the whole palm is full of something warm and inviting. My fingertips are tingling, just with like a tiny little tickle. And I have this feeling especially in my armpits and the insides of my upper arms. That's an expansion. It's like they're supported. That's just what's happening in my body. Perhaps something different is happening in yours. Just giving you those ideas to show you that to be aware of those tiny little things. That awareness is incredibly helpful. And now let's bring our hands, letting our elbows be open. That allows our lung meridians and our heart meridians to be open and movable. Our hands are now at our lower dantian, our navel area. It's a central area of power, like the central power system of our bodies. It powers the middle dantian, which is near the heart, and the upper dantian, which is where the third eye is. But the lower dantian is the power center that powers them all. And here we call upon the energy of our master. And you define who your master is, from whom you draw wisdom and strength and nourishment. Call upon the energy of our master and say something that starts with gratitude, something like, with deep gratitude for all that I have, all that I am and all that I feel and know. I set my intention today. What is the intention of your practice today? Why are you watching this? What do you hope to gain from it? That is your intention. You set your intention. My intention today is deep gratitude. So I set the intention to be grateful today, moment by moment by moment. As we set the intention, now we say the password, which opens us to the powers of unconditional love in the whole universe. I am in the universe. Thy universe is in my body. Thy universe and I combine together as one. In that statement and that intention, we now have access to the unconditional love of the universe. And we welcome it into our bodies, our minds, our spirits, and our souls. And it comes in with its healing, loving, expanding power. Bringing our hands to the center, we're going to take this energy ball. It's a beautiful ball of energy. It's the energy of yin and yang, male and female, receiving, pushing, creating, absorbing. Beautiful yin and yang energy, and we're joining it here in this space. And in this space is unconditional love. And we can invite into this space of unconditional love anyone or anything for whom we would wish balance. We bring ourselves in first. As we balance ourselves, we become the balance to other people. Our chi field merges with other people's chi fields. And when our chi field is vibrating at a balanced manner, that chi field will set other chi fields that are receptive to ours to balance themselves as well. This is why animals can be so calming to people. This is why we can be so calming to animals, because our chi fields intertwine. And we help to regulate each other's chi fields. Let's bring our hands down to the lower dantian and just receive each palm with a light touch with our fingertips. Palms are a little bit open. The touch in the fingertips is just enough to hold a piece of paper. We bring our hands into prayer position and bring them up to the heart. And here in this space, our fifth healing movement is the movement of gratitude. I'm going to just tip my body to the side so you can see me in silhouette. As we tip forward, we breathe in. And as we come up, again, just keep your hips bent. That didn't make sense. Keep your hips straight. Bend a little bit from the top of the shoulders, from about here. This is a small movement. Come up. And as we breathe forward, we're breathing in. And as we straighten up, we're breathing out. Our breathing is now in through the nose and out through the nose. And we're going to add a little bit of neck dolphining to this. So you're going to reach forward with your chin ever so slightly. You're going to scoop, I like to call it a bubble, just because it's light and it's fragile, so we don't want to tuck it in tightly. Just going to scoop a little bubble about the size of a golf ball. And then that bubble is going to float us up and back. As we float up and back, our whole chest stretches just a little bit and expands. This opens the lungs and strengthens our lungs. We all want our lungs strengthened. Our lungs give voice to our thoughts. As we reach forward and scoop that golf ball. Now to add to this movement, each time we reach forward, think of one thing that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for the sun. I am grateful for peace. I am grateful for light. I'm grateful for my clothing. I'm grateful for my family. I'm going to be silent now and just allow you to sink into your own gratitude, to the things and the concepts that you're grateful for. When we voice them out loud, we set up another resonance and a vibration. That comes back into our body. That vibration of sound is healing as well. I am grateful. I am grateful for people. I am grateful for you, even if we've never met, or you might be on the other side of the world. I'm grateful for the connection that I feel with you, even though I'm in my own living room and my connection is coming in through my phone. It's still energy. And no matter when you receive this message, you will feel, I hope, from me, my gratitude for having you in my life. We rub our hands together and harvest our chi. Rubbing our fingers together as well. And rubbing our hands on either side of our nose and up to the hairline and drawing a line around our hairline in a heart shape. And as we do this, I invite you to say to yourself, I love you. And use your own name. As we speak these words out loud, that resonance, that vibration in our bones as we use our breath to speak and make sounds. When the sounds have love on them, and they attach to our name, there's a vibration of healing there. And if you feel something behind there that says, I can't love me, go back to the bounce. Go back to the bounce. Or the tap. And just feel that piece that says, I can't love me. Tap the top of our heads. Just feel it and receive it. And the back of our head. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to take that bump at the base of your neck, that C7 bump, and just pick it up just very gently. And just rotate that skin 9 times to the right. Our C7 joint there is got a lot of, like a narrow gate that allows energy up into the head to feed the brain. And it often gets caught tight. Shoulders come up. Relax them. We're going to tap down the whole body. And tap under the left armpit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And under the right armpit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And left hand is going to be up. And turn the palm down, turn the palm up, turn the palm down, turn the palm up, and turn the palm down. Right hand, turn the palm down, turn it up, turn it down, turn it up, and turn it down. We're going to add a little bit of a twist to it. Again, this is that DNA rotation. So listen to your back, listen to your body. If there's anything there that is painful, modify the movement. You can be down. You can even just envision the movement. I'm comfortable with a little bit higher, a little bit more vigorous. And we're going to rub our kidneys. This is kidney day. Rub the kidneys first of all with the backs of the hands. So the kidneys, if you're a woman, that has some curves. The kidneys are where that body curves in, and just right in the bottom of that. There's the middle of the waist. The kidneys are right down there, just above your iliac crests there. And rubbing our hands, the palms of our hands, and send beautiful gratitude to those kidneys. Thank you, kidneys, for all of the work you do. You filter so much. We're going to tap our sacrum. You're a great filter. Tapping on the sacrum and tapping the hips and tapping the groin. Releasing fear, bringing in gratitude. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As we bring in gratitude, it will release fear. Bring in the gratitude first, and the fear will be released. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the right leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And up on the heels and our toes and drop down to the heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I love you. I really do. I'll see you again. I'll be right back with Louise Hay's Trust Life.